Our broadcast. Team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect home court. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. And not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road, so home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage. Pass to Porter. Wood with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood. Here's Ingram driving to the basket. And that one drops. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Ingram with the steal. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Did you see that play by Porter? His nose for the ball is highlighted when he's working the offensive glass.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
For three, Ingram. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
It's so fun to see Brandon Ingram evolve. He's a true student of the game, and each year he keeps improving.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
He certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
The Timberwolves made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And it's the Raptors' ball. It's a three-point game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Picked by Olajuwon. And Nobi sends it back. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Three-pointer, Heel. So good, misses his first shot of the night.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Wood. To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Now here's Hayes. Here's Olajuwon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
The Timberwolves have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And Olajuwon drops them both.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
And Wall. Here we go now. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. And here's Ingram from the arc. It doesn't go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's Hayes. Offensive rebound. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Lopez outside. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And he drives in. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the wide open shot from Crowder. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And he makes both free throws.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Clarkson on the wing. Clarkson on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lopez a screen. Clock at 6. Here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Hayes with it. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Crowder. And that one hits back iron. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Clarkson's running. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
1 second. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness.
Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Pass the Bull.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Toronto trailing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Going inside.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
On defense, Minnesota. Screen by Porzingis. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Crafty move by Shea. He's getting better and better at changing pace.
Porter looking it over. Here's Bull. Over Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebound advantage is starting to add up.
Here's the three. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
To Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
One-on-one fast break. Here's DiVincenzo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the lead should be safe. They can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wall. A pass to Porzingis. Can't complete the alley-oop. The kick out to Porter. It's stolen by Wall. And here comes the break. Here's Wood. Outside, Wall. Back to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker. OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
The wide open look here for Wood. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Neesmith. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. And Wall with the slam.
And he can just fly. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Thibault can't get it to go.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
So it's Minnesota with it, trailing by 10. Here's Bol, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 30 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Crowder. Here's Lopez. And the layup's good off the glass. Lopez has got the lead up to 12 now for the Raptors.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Thibault on the wing. Crowder outside. Crowder pulls it in.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
I got your help side.
Driving the lane. Up and in on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Olajuwon inside. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Pass to Hield. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat, growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own room with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to DiVincenzo. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock. Raptors need to get a shot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
It's rebounded by Anunoby. Toronto leading by 13. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Some changes here for the Raptors. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Raptors leading by 13. Here's Wall, and a slam dunk by Wall.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo! Woo!
Ingram drawing the double team. Here's Olajuwon. And Lopez pulls it down.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wall, and the shot goes in. Timberwolves got 9.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Healed outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Fires the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Back the wall. To the inside. And the dunk by Lopez.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Raptors as they... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Toronto. With the drive, and he jams it with authority.
This is one of Gilgeous-Alexander's specialties. Good score off the dribble.
Neesmith, and a miss there on the triple. Toronto lead by 23. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Anunoby has the open look. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Neesmith can't get it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Porter.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Porter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. 4 on the shot clock. Down low. And stolen by Bull. Porter at the elbow. Takes it inside. Makes it off the glass.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Knocked away. A pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Here's Bull. Toronto grabs the miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Porter.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Here's Bull, and the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They've put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Here's Bull. He can't hit that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Clarkson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Stolen by Clarkson. And oh, here we go. Wall. Nobody back. And Wall with the slam.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pass to Clarkson. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith,